We'll discuss with our panel. Yogesh Pratap Singh, constitutional expert, is joining us live. Tahira Hassan, author and women's rights activist, is also live with us. Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst, is joining us live. Shefali Chopra, author and activist, is also live with us on the broadcast. But first, let me go straight across to BC Nagesh, the Education Minister of Karnataka, who's also joining us on the program. Mr. Nagesh, welcome to NewsX. Thank you so much for speaking with us today, sir. You're, of course, in the center of this row that we join Rajalakshmi Joshi here. Rajalakshmi Joshi, this issue has, of course, now spiraled out of control. The BJP says Congress is playing politics. Congress says BJP is communalizing the issue and, and creating an issue out of nothing in campuses. How do you weigh in, Rajalakshmi Joshi, how do you weigh in on this debate that has erupted all across Karnataka?
Good afternoon, Uday. And this is a very important and a very critical issue and a very serious issue right now, a very sensitive one at that. I just wanted to put, certain things, some things straight for the record. All our panelists definitely have, very good intentions of the girls in mind, and definitely I too have very good intentions for them. And I really wish that all our girls, especially, they educate themselves and they become, strong and self-sustained. And I'm sure that Ms. Tahira Hussain also has the same intentions. And when she was speaking about what was happening in the High Court today, she did mention about certain questions that the judges were asking. But then the judges also asked the petitioner that where in the Quran is it mentioned that a girl needs to compulsorily wear a hijab, especially during exams. So that is definitely not there in any mention of the Quran. So that was one thing that was asked by the High Court, by the Honorable High Court. And another thing that, she was talking about this, the tricolor being replaced by a saffron flag. Yes, even I have seen those visuals, and as disturbing as it was, I have not seen any visual of the tricolor actually being brought down and the saffron flag being hoisted. I mean, as stupid as it may sound, it does matter whether, there was the tricolor actually being replaced, or was it just a case of the saffron flag being hoisted. So that was another thing. So that is something that, the Congress has been playing on the entire day today. And another thing that I wish to just point out is, our good panelist here, Professor Yogesh Pratap Singh, he mentioned this, the Kerala High Court order, where they allowed some girl students to wear a hijab during an exam. And according to him, that, that is something that maybe the Karnataka High Court also should take reference to. But then I think he has forgotten that just 3 days after this order, there was an order by the Honorable Supreme Court where they did not allow lady students to wear a hijab for the All India Medical Practitioners Test. So, that again, I think, there again, the Honorable Supreme Court, in all their wisdom, they have said that, these girls, they don't need to assert their faith by just, by simply wearing a hijab. That doesn't, change anything about their faith in any way. So I think that they were very wise in what they said. So, that I think, these things, obviously, they should be taken in a very broad manner. And I also want to tell you certain things that, this happened during just a few days before the exam, as everyone is saying. Now, even in my college, there were some girls who used to, they used to try to wear long flowy dresses, etc., and they wanted to conceal certain written material or whatever, to be able to copy. And that is why the teachers and the invigilators, they used to stop them from wearing all these kind of dresses. And I think that, that was one of the reasons why the Supreme Court did not allow that kind of a dress to be worn during some crucial exams, etc. So you should understand that all these years, these girls did not have any problems with the uniform. They did not have any problems with anything that was going on in the school. So that was because, all these schools, they have the uniforms that are set by a mutual understanding between the teachers, the principals, the parent teacher associations, and the student unions. So that is why normally students don't have a problem with the uniforms. Now this has come up just some days before the exams, and a few students, they brought up this issue wherein the same girls who used to earlier remove their hijab before entering the class, they started suddenly feeling that they need to assert their identity. And another thing I want to say is, we have been speaking about hijab, hijab, hijab. But if you look at the pictures, if you look at the videos, what I see are burqas where you can only see a small slit open. And if somebody looks at that as an assertion of identity and a sign of progressiveness, then I should say that you're going down a long, slippery slope
Okay.
where you're encouraging girls to actually demand hijab, demand a burqa, and you call that as some kind of progressiveness. I mean, with all your education, with all your good intention, are you actually encouraging girls to demand their identity by way of demanding a burqa? I mean, I think that this is something that, this is a very wrong precedent where, people are trying to assert their identity like this by covering their identity. And obviously, this has caused a lot of provocation everywhere where, the Hindus have now started saying, okay, if you are allowed to wear a burqa, I'm going to wear a saffron scarf. And when they do that, then they are termed as goons, they are termed as communal, they are termed as some people who are trying to create disturbance. I think it's very unfair that this issue from this one school of 6 students from one college, and that also it's a college, from a college of 6 students, it has turned into something where today there is a scene where the state government had to declare a holiday of 3 days just to put these things at peace. So I think that this is a very wrong and regressive way of asserting unity, identity, and I think it's a very dangerous way of playing politics. Please don't play politics with our girl students. This is all that I would request.
Okay. Rajalakshmi Joshi says the problem arises when a hijab also turns to a burqa, when the girls start wearing burqas as well.
And Uday, one thing is that this is not a sign of progressiveness. This is a sign of regression.
Shefali,
I do not know. I talking about getting rid of the burqa,
and the hijab is not.
Get them education, no? Then they will decide what is regressive or progressive.
When you were speaking, so I expect the same in return. This is a very regressive way of saying that these girls need to be given their right. And about showing respect.
Okay.
You can show all respect.
Yes. Do you believe this is? Do you believe this is about provoking a community, as Shefali Chopra is saying?
Yes, I think it's provoking the community.
Provoking community or politicizing it.
Without realizing.
And this is not good. You are denying their right to education. I'm again against it. It's instead of a
the education has got nothing to do with
this country is run by the constitution. You can't say like that.
Allow me to respond.
Give them education. Give them Rajalakshmi, give them a level playground first. Okay, sorry.
Rajalakshmi.
So I'm saying give them a level playground. The name is not going to make difference. You are my sister. We all are. So, but give them a level playground.
Class,
their education
there has to be
is not reaching to the community.
Very unfair. This is very unfair that allegations are being put that one community is poking another one when actually this is a case where 6 girls just came up suddenly out of nowhere. They are the girls who used to all this time they used to attend school in normal uniform, and they used to put even pictures on social media. Outside they are going without a burqa, and they are coming not in hijab, they are coming in a burqa. And if these educated people here on this panel, they want to make us believe that we are just trying to finger a community, then I think that this is a very wrong precedence.
Okay, I've completely run out of time. I'm going to have to leave it at that. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us.